part 2 is the mouth, and you can already tell because I've only done one side of the geometry that the geometry is slightly different here than it is over at the other side, but I'm not going to be bothered with it. I'm just going to model a complete mouth and just select these polygons here, 8 of them in total, and use an inner extrude. Push the I on your keypad and let's click and drag something like this. Right, if you want to switch between polygons and the subdivision surface, the Q is an easy way to do that, and you can see corners now sticking over each other, maybe a geometry sticking out. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to bother with it because I'm going to use the subdiv surface, so that's going to take care of those errors. Let's see, I'm using the MO tool again, so that's the slide tool, and I'm just sliding these things over so that I'm just gonna get a mouth that's easier to control. Now with the mouth, I want to have at least 5 points at the top of the mouth, and let's put it this way. There, and this is going to be the corner of the mouth, like this. I don't have to do that really accurately because this part is going to be deleted anyways. I just want to make sure that it goes okay. I just shifted this point. Now that's not that bad. If you shift the points in the middle, you can easily align them later on, but it's going to make a difference in the shape. So that's one thing you need to keep in mind. Let's see, this is getting along pretty well. Right, so don't focus on this, just focus on that. I'm just going to model it in. These are going to be the lips. And one way to do that is basically the same way I did the eye. So I'm going over to polygons, make an extrusion, and scale this down. Since these surfaces are going to be the lips, I'm going to scale it down a little bit. Just hit T, and the only thing that is wrong with this is that these points need to be in the corners of the mouth. So what I can do is hit MO again and just shift them along and put them way back in the corners. Right. Go back to polygons. Another extrusion. Of course, inside. Let's see, what's this surface over here? Well, I'm just going to scale it in, just separate things. Wait, hang on. Let's put this a little bit back. It's handy not to put too much geometry on the inside of the mouth because you're not going to be able to get to it, which is kind of a pain. And if you want to make a straight, so I want to extrude this again, but I want to have it straight, just put this down to 0, hit apply, and then move the extrusion, which is already there, move it all the way to the back. We're not going to see that much of it anyways, and you can see that here's the piece of geometry that's sticking through from the eye socket, but it's not going to bother us. So this is going to be the mouth, and let's see, we're going to make a loop selection, and I'm going to try to get the inside of the mouth. and scale that basically flat, almost flat. Don't stick the points on top of one another. It's not going to help later on. So this looks pretty good. Now let's see. We'll hit Q to get the subdiv surface back again. And just to make it a little bit stronger, I'm going to select these polygons just around the mouth. Give it one extra subdivision. So I hit the knife tool, and for me, I'm using an older version. I'll use path, and then I can just cut it right here. Right. Going back, this loop selection, yeah, we're just gonna make that a little bit harder. Where is it again? Transform tools, weight subdivision surface. And I'm just gonna click somewhere and just drag it, and this will harden up the line of edges that I got here and can just soften it up a little bit. The inside doesn't have to be that hard. But now I'm going to select the outside loop, and this one is going to be hard. MR, and that's going to be a little bit straighter. Now again, ignore this part, focus on that. Let's see what it does. This is way too long, so I'm just going to fiddle around with this point over here. See if I got the correct one. Looks like it. I'm just going to drag this in so that the corner of the mouth is going to get a little bit more into shape. Of course, what you can do is actually get the outside corner like that, hit MR, and just straighten that one out completely. It's going to be sticking out a little bit, so when I move it down a little bit and move it in a little bit, that is looking pretty cool. Yeah, I like this. Now you can adjust the lips a little bit more. What I usually do is, for instance, these three edges should be closer to one another. Hit MO and just move this one up, and then I'll just hit this one and move this, actually use world axes, move it down a little bit so you get the little lip, and move this one up, MO, and like so. And of course you can turn the edges, rotate them to make them look even more natural, because actually this will work better if I have another subdivision. So let's select this loop selection, polygons, and let's use the knife tool again with the path, and I'll just cut it right in the middle. And this looks a lot nicer. If I now take the same loop, select the same loop, and just scale it a bit towards each other, like so, the lip will actually bulge a little. Looks way more natural. So, next one up, hard one, the nose.